Buffaloes and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Buffaloes kickoff unit is ready, and so is this home crowd. They've been waiting on the season, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Looking for space, it's Scott. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
NC State might want to keep slinging it after that last big play. Ready? Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Working the middle, it's complete. And they'll knock him down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll throw on 3rd down. Fires to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They give it to him first time this season for the transfer. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. trying to pick it up on the ground. They're going to mark him down, and where that spot is looks as if it's going to be just a hair short of the first down. And the Buffaloes line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. A low line drive and short kick. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The give on the option. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the tackle at the 33, and it is well short of the first down. They bring the punter onto the field now. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. What a terrible, terrible shank. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Buffaloes calling their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Lewis. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on first down. Lewis to throw. Looking down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Running inside. It's Young. They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Buffaloes will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Catch is made at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. NC State heads out gearing up to go on the attack. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver going in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it. That's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Lewis to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Looking for a big play. Leaping grab for a big gain. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Young. Got a little grass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Colorado! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Snow. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the ground, it's Scott. Makes his man miss. Smashes him with the stiff arm. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. They flipped into the field and we're ready to play. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Might be changing the route. Might as well give it to him again. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Some misdirection with the counter. There's a crease to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Right back to the well. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Run inside. It's Gauze. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Bailey. looking to the big tight end. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
They punted away on 4th down. Makes the grab at the 10. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Makes it past the marker. There he goes. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Buffs. Once he got some room, it was over.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense, and if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TV.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got a man. It's Dozier. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long...
Turning it on! Got enough for the first. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it out. It's snow. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to wait. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. Finds a crease at the 20. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Bailey. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Right on the money. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Looking downfield on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. That's reeled in, it's Scott. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Oh, you want to talk about catch radius, the big soft hands, it's like throwing it into a giant pillow.
And it's so nice for the quarterback, Reese, to know he doesn't have to put that right on his face mask. He's got an athletic tight end with crazy eye-hand coordination that can make plays like that.
Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Catch in the middle, it's Snow. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking to fire. Touchdown! Wolfpack! Quick strike through the air for the score.
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
He'll bring it out. It's Perry. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Throwing, Lewis. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, NC
is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half, but you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wideout. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. Here's Lewis. Throws to the tight end. A spectacular one-hand grab. 2-hand catches are preferable, not always necessary. Sticking the big mid up there and hauling it in.
And how about the play by the tight end, bailing his QB out? Because that was not a perfect throw, but he just stuck out that big paw and reeled it in.
Slithers into space. Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Colorado will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout here. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback will keep it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He finds a soft spot in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Lewis. He lofts one down the sideline. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 5 team, the Indiana Hoosiers. And it's LSU coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the...
And the ball is loose and live in the backfield. Defense covering it up. Not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. So now it's 2nd and long. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Speeding down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Colorado.
I just love that about this team because right when it looks like the opponent has just a glimmer of hope, scoring a touchdown on the last drive, they just come right back out, David, and they put their foot down on the gas. They put their foot down on your throat. They stay aggressive and score a touchdown of their own.
It's just such an explosive offense, man. They can hurt you so fast. They're so dangerous. Defenses don't know what to do. You're right. Great answer. You give up a touchdown, you go right back and get you one.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Snow. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Play is halted momentarily as the training staff is out to check on an injured member of the Wolfpack. And is their junior quarterback down on the field, a guy they can ill afford to lose. Holly will update his condition soon. NC State with a lot of ground to cover after losing yardage on the last play. Leaves it with the back. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Shakes off the defender. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Man, 3rd and long, and this defense is thinking pass, pass, pass. Offense, nice job. They sneak a run in there, kind of catch them off guard. Quarterback keeps the football, gets some yardage, and now makes this 4th down more manageable.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Buffs offense ready to begin this drive. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Lewis to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Lewis wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. Find some fresh air.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
He'll run it again. Dragged down at the 39, but he's got 5 yards, and they'll move the sticks.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but Really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Pulls it on the option. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Wolfpack with a lot of options on 2nd and short. After the run, now to throw. He's got him. Breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the 3rd. Running the red zone. It's Scott. Nowhere to go on that one. That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's got it again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
It'll be 3rd and long. Wilson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Throw it, Lewis. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Quarterback's been rolling the dice, and he's been losing in this game. He's got multiple interceptions already. That one should have been picked, but the defender was out of bounds once he caught it.
They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Buffaloes decide to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. He's going to get loose. Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Right back to the well. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And here they come, almost all the way back. He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. That was a reckless hit by the defender. The kickers are in a vulnerable spot, and they have to protect them. No shot to return that one as he boomed it out of the back of the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Lewis. And it's picked off for the third time today. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They score. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this.
He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina State. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Coming out with it, it's Perry. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Lewis to throw. Floats it out in space. Fighting off the defender. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking for a gap. It's Welsh. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here comes the option. Now the toss. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. Trying to get through the noise. It's Lewis. Hauls it in. He'll be brought down at the 32-yard line. Good job by the defense to keep him away from that first down marker. It's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. Here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. On the option. There he goes. Got enough for the first. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this fourth quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking for room. It's Gauze. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Right back to him on the ground. Tripped up for the tackle.
That's a really good job by this defense because 2nd and short, a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score,
First down here as we dive into the college football season, a week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Trying the run, it's Scott. Here's a look. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wolfpack. They move on top here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Perry. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Throwing, Lewis. Using the quick game. Crosses the 30. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside. It's Young. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now on the move. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his man in the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic ability, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have ran through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line, paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Lewis plucks it out of the air. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The option look. Keeps it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get them to the ground.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Third down from the gun, Lewis. Good timing on the quick out. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense has definitely got to take a second right here and understand this is the most important play of the game. It's fourth down. We got to get the first down over the clock and the time running. They got to make sure they get a conversion.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He's not going to get there. The defense getting penetration and stopping him behind the line.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. And after that stop by the defense, a productive drive here, a couple of first downs, maybe a score, and they can put this thing away. And he's got plenty for the first down, and now they'll have a chance to get their thoughts together coming out of a 2-minute timeout. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Eager to get the football back with as much time remaining as possible, the defense uses a timeout. 1:53 showing on the clock. NC State has work to do to convert this third down. On the option, he'll try to get to the marker himself. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Buffs now use their third and final timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They boot it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Start this drive at their own 48. He'll take it himself. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game. Yeah, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock, Palmer, as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls that get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position of the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
Here's Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On the move. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.